Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today, we're going to react to the greatest scoring season in NBA history. Apparently, I can't talk today, but anyways, let's get right into this video.
There have been a number of legendary offensive scoring seasons.
Obviously, it might be Wilt.
History.
Wilt scored 50. That's kind of
50 point per game.
That's kind of tough.
Explosion in 1961-62 to Michael Jordan's 86-87 season when he dropped 37 a night.
Damn.
And most recently, we saw James Harden, who was no stranger to filling it up on the court when he wasn't too busy filling his mouth up with food off of it. And who could forget Steph Curry's unanimous league MVP season en route to leading the Warriors to a 73-win
That's pretty iconic
with
as well.
With all of the legendarily prolific scoring seasons we have been witness to over the years, one stands above the rest as Kobe Bryant lit the NBA on fire during the 2005-2006 season, becoming just the fifth player at the time since 1946 to average 35 points per game for a full season, and the first in nearly 20 years since Jordan's 87-88 season. Kobe averaged 43 for an entire month, dropped 62 in 3/4 of a game, and poured in 81 points in an unforgettable video game.
And 2K got the audacity to not put that in the game.
But to gain a full perspective on the season, you have to understand how it all started. Bryant at the time was just 2 years removed from arguably the worst loss of his entire career, losing in 5 games to a heavily underdog Detroit Pistons in the NBA Finals. The loss ended the 8-year Kobe and Shaq era in which they largely ruled the NBA, going to 4 finals in their last 5 seasons together and winning 3 consecutive championships. The marriage between the two alphas ended badly, with rampant speculation swirling around the media that Kobe demanded Shaq be moved or else he himself would leave LA that summer in free agency. It would take O'Neal years to get over the bad blood between the two.
Kobe, tell me how my ass tastes.
Oh, Lord.
The Lakers ultimately ended up moving O'Neal to the Miami Heat for a package that ended up constituting one of the most laughable and embarrassing trades in NBA history. The Heat sent back Caron Butler, Lamar Odom, and Brian Grant. Throughout his career, Shaquille O'Neal went to 15 All-Star games and was named to 14 All-NBA teams. Butler, Grant, and Odom, meanwhile, combined to play 42 NBA seasons, making a total of 2 All-Star games while being selected to 0 All-NBA teams combined between the 3. Seems like a great package by the Lakers front office. LA also decided to part ways with Phil Jackson that summer, signing Rudy Tomjanovich to a 5-year deal worth $30 million. 43 games into the ensuing season, however, Tomjanovich would retire, citing mental and physical exhaustion.
Don't ever underestimate the heart of a champion.
Not surprisingly, what would ensue in 2004-2005 was the worst season prime Kobe Bryant would ever have. Bryant would play in only 66 games of a possible 82 that season, and the Lakers would finish 34-48 on the year, missing the playoffs for the first time in Kobe's career. Heading into the 2005-2006 season, not much changed from a roster standpoint, as there were some holes in this roster.
It's garbage!
Aside from Bryant, the players to log at least 15 minutes per game for LA that year included Lamar Odom, Smush Parker, Kwame Brown, Chris Mim, Devin George, Luke Walton, Brian Cook, and Sasha Vujacic. You hear a lot of narratives about supporting casts for all-time great players and how many all-stars certain guys played with. That generally refers to players that made an all-star team in that particular season. Not only were there no all-stars in that season on this roster other than Bryant, these top 8 rotational players aside from Bryant combined to make exactly 0.0
0.
Total All-Star appearances ever for their entire careers. How many 27-year-old all-time greats in their absolute primes in NBA history had to deal with this kind of a roster?
0.0.
Unsurprisingly, the Lakers stunk that year aside from Bryant, as he outscored the second leading scorer on this team by over 20 points per game.
Damn.
The impact of Kobe Bryant's effect on that roster and just how damn good he was that season can be fully illustrated in his on-off metrics. This evaluates the Lakers with Bryant on the floor and with Bryant off the floor. With Kobe on the floor, the Lakers had a 111 O rating or offensive rating. Offensive rating measures the amount of points a team scores per 100 possessions. The best offensive team in the NBA that season was the Dallas Mavericks, who also posted a 111 O rating. With Kobe off the floor, the Lakers had a 92 O rating. The worst offense in the NBA that year was the Portland Trailblazers, who had a 101 offensive rating. So
oh shit! Goddamn, what happened there?
The Lakers were.
I need context on that garbage truck. What the fuck?
In the NBA, with him off the floor, they scored 10 points per 100 possessions less than the worst team in the NBA.
With me, without me. With me, without me.
That's an on-off differential of 19 points per 100 possessions, more than Steph Curry's unanimous MVP season, much more, at over 5 points per 100 possessions, and a differential higher than any single season LeBron James has ever played. This resulted in a plethora of double and even triple teams on Bryant night in and night out, since illegal zoning rules were abolished in 2001, which made his scoring that much more difficult, something Jordan and Wilt never faced in their prolific scoring seasons.
But still, that 50 points is tough, though.
17th that season in three-point percentage, meaning there was not much court spacing on this team, something Steph Curry and James Harden enjoyed ample amounts of in their best scoring years. But not only were the Lakers an average to poor shooting team, this was a different NBA altogether that lacked the spacing and freedom today's perimeter players enjoy. In fact, the Lakers shot just 1,583 three-pointers in the 2005-2006 season. Compare that to the Warriors, who shot 2,592 three-pointers the year Curry won his unanimous MVP and produced the greatest scoring season of his career. The final and potentially most important aspect of putting this season into context is the pace of play and rate of scoring during this season as compared to other all-time greats. When Chamberlain scored 50 points per game in the 1961-62 season, average nightly scoring that year was 119 per game, and an out-of-this-world 126 possession nightly NBA average. Comparing that to Kobe's season in 2005-2006, nightly scoring was only 97 per game on average, and there were just 90 possessions per game.
That's because I played defense back
Jordan's
then.
86-87 season, for example, average nightly scoring was 110 points per game, and there were 101 possessions a night. Not only was Kobe's season drastically lower than any other of the all-time great scoring seasons we have seen in NBA history, but it was actually one of the slowest paced seasons ever, as it is the fourth lowest paced season in history, dating back to 1960. Despite all of this, Kobe was historically prolific this season, scoring 27 40-point games and accounting for nearly a quarter of the 108 40-point games league-wide that year. And of the 12 50-point games in the NBA that season, Kobe had 6 of them. The 81 points he scored on January 22nd, 2006 is still the second most ever, behind only Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game in 1962. And as for load management, yeah, he didn't really do that. Bryant played 80 games that season. And how did he manage to average 35 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists?
Because he Kobe,
such
man.
a dreadful lineup. while taking only 2 games
He's
off
fucking
all
Kobe.
season? Well, he rested on defense. Because of course he didn't. Bryant was also selected first team All-NBA defense this season. And the Lakers made the playoffs in an absolutely stacked Western Conference. And for his efforts that season, Kobe won the league MVP. I mean, Kobe finished a narrow second in league MVP.
No, they didn't.
Well, no, he didn't. Kobe finished a distant 4th in MVP voting that year,
What?
just above Chauncey Billups.
I know you fucking lying.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way. Hey, yo.
It's the biggest.
That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
You mean to tell me this nigga led the league in scoring, dropped 81 in a fucking game, and he finished 4th behind Chauncey Billups? Get the fuck out. Who? What? Bro, how?
Sway. Hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Oh my gosh. Ain't no fucking way. To this day. To this day. To this day. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Bro, who was in charge of the voting this year? I need to know. Like, real talk. Like, who was in charge of voting this year? This man averaged 35 a game. Scored 81 points in a game. Outscored a team by himself in points. How the fuck is he not number 2 in MVP? How is Chauncey Billups of all people ahead of this man? I don't give a fuck about the seeding. What this man was doing was arguably some of the greatest basketball being played at this time. Ain't no fucking way this nigga was 4th. Wow, they really was hating on this nigga. The more I dig into these Kobe stories, the more I'm starting to realize the media hated Kobe more than anything. I'm really starting to realize the media really did hate Kobe, bro. Damn, this nigga gave his heart, his soul, everything to the game of basketball. And they had this man finish 4th. Wow. I am shocked. I always thought he finished 2nd, bro. For the longest, I always thought he finished 2nd and got robbed by Steve Nash. Come to find out, this nigga was 4th. He wasn't even on the fucking ballot for MVP. That is shocking, bro. They put Chauncey Billups ahead of this man. The disrespect. No offense to Chauncey Billups. He's a good player for his time. Hall of Famer, most definitely. But compared to Kobe,
Hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
ain't no fucking way.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Oh my god. Oh, hell no. Fuck, man. You what?
Nigga. Ain't no fucking way.
What?
And people wonder why and how Kobe ended his career with only one league MVP.
They was hating on him.
The media hated him.
Facts.
Fundamentally,
I'm really figuring this out now.
Or compare different players in different eras. However, by normalizing pace down to a per possession basis, factoring in league-wide defensive trends, and evaluating the supporting cast, it's really not that hard at all to see how Kobe Bryant produced the best scoring season we have ever seen.
Facts. That's not even a cap right there. Whoa, hey, whoa, my guy, chill. But nah, like on some real shit though, the fact that this man finished behind, they put this man behind Chauncey Billups of all people. Chauncey Billups, bro. Just think about it. They put Kobe Bryant in his greatest fucking season, statistically. Behind Chauncey fucking Billups of all people.
What the hell? Boy, you don't get I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. Really, nigga? Yeah. What the fuck is that? What is that? What the fuck is that? Really, nigga? That's how I step on niggas. Hey, yo, what the fuck?